I'm a different star.
Hi guys, and welcome back to another video. Today I am going grocery shopping and I'm going to take you with me. Many of you have been asking me to do this for quite some time, and I've been wanting to do this for a while now, so today I'm going to make it happen. I thought it would be a great way to show you how I shop and what I do to gather up a good variation of fruits and veggies and some other items I might decide to buy. I normally don't ever shop for a week because I don't want my food to go to waste. I usually shop about every other day, if not daily. But for the purpose of this video, I'm going to attempt to do a week-long food haul to share with you what I would typically buy. I'll also be sharing some tips and tricks with you so that you can take with you on your next grocery haul. I do most of my grocery shopping at Whole Foods because they do have a wider range of options that most other grocery stores don't. Personally, I would much rather opt for a farmer's market, but there isn't much around me that sells organic leafy greens or organic fruit. And lately, Whole Foods hasn't had the best selection in leafy greens either, so I'm having to go into Charlotte today to one of their larger stores to see if I can find some good greens there. And while I'm down there, we'll also be stopping at Trader Joe's to see what I can find and pick up there too. Ready to get going? Let's go. We just got here and I'm getting ready to go inside. As you can see, I have my grocery bags. I also have some veggie bags I'm going to be taking in with me. I'm really trying hard to do my best with the environment, so I recently bought these veggie bags and they're great. I love them. They even have a tear on the sides. They know to remove the weight of the bag at the register, so they work great if I remember to bring them. Which that's the problem, I always forget. So I did good this time. I brought them with me, and sometimes I still get the plastic bags because there are greens that are so wet and yucky that I don't want them all over the place. So I use the plastic bag, but I do recycle them, so that works. But I am getting better at it, just so you know, in case you see me get some plastic bags, that is why. One thing I do want to say is I have to wear my mask because now in North Carolina, we are required to wear a mask everywhere we go, and you cannot enter the store without one. So, in case you see everyone with masks, that is why. So yeah, let's get shopping. It is so hot out today, and this mask makes it...
Those cars have not been sanitized.
Oh, they haven't? Okay. Thank you. One thing you always want to do when buying your leafy greens is check the stems to make sure they're not brown. The good ones should look white, but lately good ones have been hard to find, so I've had to settle for not so perfect batches. Just something to keep in mind. I can't with Whole Foods and the way they place their greens head down. It drives me nuts. This ruins the greens, which is why most of the time, if you don't get them when they first put them out, they look like crap. Another thing you want to do is make sure you're feeling up your fruit. Yep, feel those babies up. You want to check for cuts, bruises, and soft spots. Otherwise, they won't last you long. Also, when you're buying fruit for a week, make sure you buy some that are green, semi-ripe, and ripe if you want to have some to eat right away. Fruit or veggies sold in packaged containers tend to spoil much faster because they are bunched up for a long period of time. So don't be afraid to inspect them and open up the package to check before buying. You don't have to touch them, just shake them around to get an idea of what they look like inside. This way you don't end up with a completely bad batch.
Ain't nobody gonna hold us down. Break all the rules. streets and the broken hearts, but they can't even touch us. We found a different beat. Paradise is waiting and we bought the leads. Ooh, getting caught in the mist, there's so many that never get out of. They're feeding the fears and the doubts. Ooh, but we go and we run to the...
So we're done with Whole Foods and now we're heading over to Trader Joe's. I did pretty good here. I spent $113 and it was a whole lot of fruits, greens, and melons. I got a bunch of melons that you don't find anywhere, so of course I had to take advantage of it. The left lane. Moving on to the next.
And we hold in the key, yeah, we're tired as can be. We're rolling, just like we please. Ooh, getting caught in the mist, there's so many that never get out of. We're feeding the fears and the doubts. Ooh, now we go and we run to the end and we run without shame. We own the game, and we ride on the flames till the morning light. Baby, 'cause we're dynamite. Ain't nobody gonna hold us down. Break all the rules, let them run and hide. Baby, 'cause we're dynamite. Gonna let the world know. Gonna let the world know. From a different star, flying over streets and the broken hearts, but they can't even touch us. We found a different...
Sheesh. That's the last of it. Thank God there's an elevator where I live. That's a good reminder as to why I don't buy so much at one time. That's one of the reasons, because I live on the 3rd floor and it's a big pain in the butt hauling so many bags up, especially when they're heavy, and I don't like to make several trips. It's a waste of my time. So I typically like to haul everything upstairs all in one shot. Today I made 2 trips. Not too bad, but I'm tired. I'm ready to eat something. I'm hungry. But first, let's unpack these bags and let me show you what I got.
We're from a different time, yeah, we're of a different breed. 'Cause what we got is timeless, we supersede.
All right, so for Whole Foods, I spent $113.78. In Trader Joe's, $52.98. So it wasn't too bad. I got some things that I wouldn't normally get on a weekly basis, so I really don't count those, like tahini. I get that maybe about every 3 weeks or maybe once a month. Maybe every 3 weeks because I use a lot of tahini. Still not an every week thing, and this was only $3 and change at Trader Joe's. I also got vegan Chickenless seasoning, which I wanted to try, which I thought was pretty cool, and this only consists of salt, onion powder, turmeric, and garlic powder. It's sea salt, not salt. Sea salt. And You don't want just regular salt. If you're gonna have salt, make sure you use Himalayan or sea salt or Celtic salt. One of those three salts are very good. I also got some vegan kale, cashew, and basil pesto from Trader Joe's, which I love. I've tried this before and it's really good. And for anyone that does not have time to be making pesto or be making recipes often and you want a quick fix, this is pretty good. And medjool dates I use a lot of. I already had a box in the pantry, but you can never get more than enough because I use a lot of them. Fruit is what I get concerned with because they spoil pretty quickly, but I'm pretty sure these will go quick. For the greens, I got 3 bunches of romaine, some cilantro, green leaf lettuce, parsley, and a bunch of red leaf lettuce. I also bought some grape tomatoes, which I use in my salads, raspberries and kiwi, which I like adding to my smoothies or as toppings in my smoothie bowls, bananas for my green smoothies, smoothie bowls, and ice cream. Red cabbage is also a must in my salads, so this is one item I always make sure to have on hand. Now papayas, these are also a must if you can get them at a good price. I got these at Trader Joe's for only $3.69 each. That is awesome. Normally they sell by the pound and end up costing around $6 to $8 depending on the weight. Papayas are amazing and make delicious fruit boats. I'll show you how yummy I make them in a future video, so be sure to subscribe and join my YouTube family if you haven't already for some more fun videos to come. There were so many different types of melons at Whole Foods, so I couldn't resist but get one of each. They make a perfect mono meal, and if you don't know what a mono meal is, I highly suggest watching my mono meal video, which I have linked in the description box below. I bought some spinach for my green smoothies and a bag of organic cherries, which come in handy when I'm on the go. They also make a perfect mono meal, and if they're ripe and sweet as they should be, I could eat the whole bag. I bought some cucumbers, celery, and avocado, which I also use in my salads and in my green smoothies. I'm a huge fan of the Hass avocado, so these are an absolute staple in my kitchen. I bought some grapefruit, which I use in citrus juices with oranges, but I forgot to buy oranges, so I'll have to go back for some of those. I also picked up some apples, which I use a lot in my smoothies. Grabbed some peaches and yummy apricots too. Organic apricots are hard to come by, so if you ever come across them, be sure to pick some up. You will be glad you did. And these mangoes, they're like oversized Atalfo or honey mango, my favorite. I've never seen these before, so of course I had to grab those too. And I got some jackfruit, frozen blackberries, and Beyond Meat burger for whenever I feel like eating a burger. As you can see, I have a bunch of frozen fruit in my freezer, so I didn't get any more because I had already stocked up on frozen fruit. One thing I want to point out is when you go grab organic fruit, make sure the label begins with a 9. Make sure it's labeled properly, because a lot of times people grab fruit and they place it in the wrong place. They'll put conventional and organic. So if you're in a hurry, you're going to grab and pay for fruit that's organic and then get home and find out it's conventional. So always pay attention to the labels. All this pretty much is what I use in my salads. I don't make anything different. For me, time is always an issue, so I'm either drinking smoothies or having salads, and I don't have a problem doing that because I love my greens, I love my salads, and I load those bad boys up. If you see my salads, they are huge. So I load them up with veggies, and this is what I buy. So this is pretty much all I really need is fruits and veggies, because that is what I eat. I already have nuts and seeds and all the other ingredients that I would normally put in my meals, so I'm fully stocked on that, so I didn't need to buy any more of that. So on an average week, I would normally spend about $100. I would say $100, 120 maybe, tops. But think about it. Think about your grocery bill. How much do you spend on average? A lot of times people will say, gosh, I can't eat raw because it's so expensive. It's expensive if you want it to be expensive, and it's expensive because it's fruits and veggies. That's not something you're willing to pay for. But if you look at your bill, pay attention to your weekly grocery bill and see how much you spend and what it is that you buy, that you're willing to buy, that you want to buy. that is not nutritious, that is garbage, and it's a bunch of junk. So I've seen people spend over $200 a week in grocery bills, and that's a lot of money, you know, for a lot of junk. So you pay what you are willing to pay for. I'm not saying it's cheap. It can be pricey, but it's not as pricey as you think it is. It's all about what you're willing to buy and what you're willing to put into your body. What's the lifestyle you are willing to live? And that's the decision you need to make. Are you willing to do whatever it takes to be healthy, eat healthy, and live a long, healthful life? Then you're going to do whatever it takes. You're going to give and take. You're going to start taking away from certain areas and applying it to your nutrition, applying it to your groceries. So you have to see what you can give and take so that you can apply to a healthier option. And so that's how it works. You have to be willing to give up garbage and apply that money to the good stuff. So it's all about how you look at it. So everything you see here is what I eat on a daily basis. But look at those colors. I mean, come on. Why would you want dead animal in your body when you can have all this lusciousness? I mean, come on. This is delicious stuff. This is good stuff. One thing I did forget to buy are oranges, and I love oranges, and they go great with grapefruit. So for juicing in the morning, I love making citrus juices. So that's what I typically use my oranges and grapefruit for. That's about it. That is my raw vegan 1 week food haul. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, let me know in the comments below. I always love hearing from you. I had so much fun making this video. These are so much fun. I just like taking you with me and just sharing my day. It's fun. For more tips, tricks, recipes, inspiration, and more on how to live a healthier, more compassionate lifestyle, don't forget to hit that subscribe button below and the notification bell so that you don't miss out on a new video each week. Until the next one, stay safe, be well, be kind, and keep aligning with your best self.